everyone. My name is Johanna, and I head out institutional investor relations at Kilde. And Kilde is a private credit manager that specializes in providing senior and secured funding to non-bank lenders in emerging Asia and emerging Europe. And if you think that sounded complicated, just think about it as we lend to debtors. Pretty much, that's what we do. And we have historically provided investor returns between 12 to 30% per annum to our investors. So when I talk about non-bank institutions or the NBFIs, I talk about consumer lending platforms, I talk about micro-SME lending firms, even automotive financiers. So these kind of platforms, they typically look to get a ticket in the range of 5 to 30 million US dollars. So we take that. That's our value add. We're great at sourcing these deals. We're great at structuring these deals, and we're great at monitoring these deals. So we take that, we take the ticket, and then we match it with our investor base. So you can see us also as a syndication partner in that sense. And then on the investor side, we have two arms purposes. So we're licensed as an asset manager, and we have institutional capital that we deploy into these transactions. So that would be institutions like family offices, multifamily offices, single family offices, other funds, for example, might even be very good at doing private credit themselves, but we can provide access to jurisdictions that they're not in, or wealth managers. And then on the broker dealer license that we have, it allows us to give access to transactions to accredited investors. And we have a strong base of accredited investors, almost 450 active individuals that participate in these loans, out of which about 80% is from Southeast Asia. And then if we look on the other side, so that's only investors, right? If we go towards the borrowers, we are still strong in Southeast Asia. We had about 50% of our borrowing portfolio in Asia. That would be this part of the world. You're looking at Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, also Central Asia, India, and then Eastern and Central Europe. So from an investor perspective, maybe the most important part of this quick talk is what do you get access to? Because these are short, medium-term goals, so 12 to 36 month duration. You get monthly coupons, and then it's a very liquid credit product because we put options on all of these transactions. So it means that on a quarterly basis, you're able to exit your entire position if you want to. And that's also one of the reasons we've been able to keep such a good track record and non-hood that we keep up with it. We had no defaults, no delinquencies since we started doing this. We've now deployed a little over 55 tranches across 23 different borrowers. So if you are an accredited investor or a wealth manager or family office or a fund or just in general really interested in learning about this space, definitely come and grab me afterwards. And then we also have Radek here. He's our CEO and co-founder. I'm very glad you ended up sitting in the front so we could point to it. It's tough otherwise, and nobody find a man in a suit, right? So come find one of us, and we'd love to speak to you about private credit and VFIs. Thank you very much.